B13-ish. Lived in California at the time. San Bernardino County. Lived in La Verne, right at the base of the mountains. Found a hiking trail with my DAF. Hiked up the mountain for about an hour. Find a house in the middle of nowhere. Huge white house, and a guest house. Guest house had no windows and was pitch black. We explore the house. Fully furnished. But everything looks old and broken. There's leaves everywhere and shit. Windows all broken. Pictures still up everywhere, some Asian family. It's like the family just up and left one day, leaving everything behind. I'm weirded out, but we keep exploring because we like this kind of shit. Venture into more rooms. God, this house is fucking huge. I start noticing odd things everywhere. There's photos that have been burned partially. Bundles of sticks tied together. I saw a doll with a knife in it. My dad thinks it's hilarious. I'm playing along, but seriously kind of fucking scared. Enter a room that seems like a second living room or something. Huge window that was broken out. Hanging from the window are huge sticks all tied together with red rope. Looks like some Blair Witch shit. Scoping out the room a little more. Don't really want to move around too much. Then I notice some shit. Notice rusty brownish splatters all over walls. Blood stains. Dad says, "What the fuck?" He was serious. I remember the feeling sinking in very clearly. Some weird fucking shit happened in this fucking house. I'm standing in some abandoned murder cult demon mansion. In the middle of the woods. On a fucking mountain. We stand silent for a few moments. Like we were both trying to listen for any sounds of life even though the stains were clearly old. Dad asks me if I want to leave. No, let's see what's upstairs first. I was feeling ballsy. It was stupid to say that, because I was so freaked out I couldn't even focus or enjoy the thrill of it. Go upstairs. Same shit everywhere. Pictures. Piles of stuff that looked like it was set on fire. Such as books, shoes, and toys and shit. More bundles of sticks tied together. Random rusty splatter stains on the walls and carpet. Obviously blood, some of it still looked red instead of brown. But again, you could still tell it was old. Get to one of the last rooms. Looked like the master bedroom. It's covered in sticks. The bed looked like it was torched. Curtains were black. Most of the carpet looks like it was covered in blood. It was pretty sick and very overwhelming. We didn't even step in the room. There was another doorway that looked like it led to a bathroom. And an open door leading to a walk-in closet, I think. Closet was pitch black. We were looking into the room, about to turn around to a different room. Hear the loudest crack noise I've ever heard. Coming from the dark closet. Fuck that. Fucking dip like bats from the hottest pit of hell. I've never felt such overwhelming fear. Run through the woods back to where we came from. Running for what seemed like 15 minutes. Nothing is following us. We catch our breath, but don't say anything until we get to the car. When we get to the steepest part of the mountain, I trip on a rock and fracture my arm. What follows is a news article OP provided as proof. It definitely isn't fake at all and definitely didn't make me want to kill myself while typing it out. Devil's Canyon lures people for satanic rituals. By Kelly Rush, staff writer. Posted on the June 6, 2006. At 12 a.m. PDT. Fragments of a home's burned out foundation are all that remain of a site used frequently for satanic rituals in an isolated corner of San Bernardino. In an area aptly named Devil's Canyon, the home and property often bore the signs of such rituals, though the perpetrators always were long gone by the time San Bernardino police were called out, said Department veteran Lieutenant Scott Patterson. Satanists, he said, would come from all over to the canyon, erecting makeshift altars, lighting fires, drawing pentagrams on the cement floor and sacrificing cats whose mutilated remains were left on the ground. With 20th Century Fox's remake of the occult classic, The Omen, out today, moviegoers are expected to flock to theaters for a few minutes of Hollywood Satan fantasy. After the movie ends, they'll go home knowing it was fiction. Patterson is well aware that the truth is one and more disturbing than anything screenwriters could cook up. This was an area that was popular for that kind of thing throughout California, he said of the canyon. It was well known throughout Satanist circles. The results of their practices, he said, were disgusting. We wondered how could somebody do this to an animal, he said, just the thought of these people, they're really way off. They need some help. A little south of the canyon, in Redlands, police have dealt with their own satanic incidents. Most recently, several juveniles spray-painted a pentagram on the sidewalk outside a church, said Redlands Captain Tom Fitzmaurice. Far more disturbing was a grave robbing incident in 1987 at Hillside Memorial Cemetery. Several people broke into a mausoleum and took several bones apparently for use in a satanic ritual, he said. People get caught up in Satanism and want to perform spells, and they'll try to steal items from a cemetery, he said. The bones eventually were recovered from the grave, and the robbers were arrested. We knew who the victim was, and obviously something like this is very traumatic, he said. We worked the case very heavily at the time. After the filming of Hell Night in 1981 at Kimberly Crest Mansion in Redlands, starring Linda Blair of Exorcist fame, the curious often would come to check out the mansion. Some rumors of satanic activity circulated after the filming, but nothing ever really happened, Fitzmaurice said.